Our starting five for both teams. First for the Suns, Dragic is out there at Bledsoe. And at center, it's Marcin Gortat, the 6'11 versatile scorer and finisher, known as the Polish Hammer. And it's Caron Butler, and it's Morris in at the 4. And for Los Angeles, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol at the power forward position. And here's Bledsoe.
Well, you know, for the Suns, it's been a hard fall, guys. As recently as 2010, they played in the conference finals last season, had the 4th worst record in the NBA, and they're not exactly stacked with young talent. The rise back to the top is going to be slow and long.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Nash gets to Gasol. And he uses the glass on the layup. Well, you talked about the troubles of the Suns, Clark, and for so long, one of the elite offensive ball clubs in the NBA. Then, Steve, last season, they were second to last in scoring efficiency.
Well, let's see. What happened last year? Oh yeah, Steve Nash left. I think that might have something to do with it, Kevin. Look, this is just a rebuilding mode for Phoenix, and it happens to everybody. The end of one great era, and hopefully the start of a new one, but it's going to take a few years to get this thing rolling.
So it's Phoenix now. They double him with Kaman. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. From outside, off the mark.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
And Doris Burke spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Doris?
We talked about some of the matchups he'll be watching in this game, and he told me, quote, "I'll be looking at how we deal with Marcin Gortat. He's a guy who can score in any number of ways, posting up, pulling up from outside, or rolling to the rim. And he's also a factor on the glass. Guys, Gortat might not be a household name, but he's an impact big man in this league, no question."
Thanks, Doris. Now, here is Morris. Back to Bledsoe. He kicks it to Butler. Shot clock at 5. That's good. Butler's got his first points of the game.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Nash outside. Feeds it to Kaman. Gortat's there. Here's Gasol. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Shot's good from Butler.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
The Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Backing down is Bryant. Nash, back to Kobe. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kaman kicks it over to Nash. He dishes it to Kobe. He feeds it to Kaman. Young, defended by Butler. Gasol passes to Nash. No good off the front iron.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Bledsoe dishes to Dragic. Back to Bledsoe. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Butler. Rejected by Kobe. Gets it off. The shot is off. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Johnson kicks to Farmar. Inside to Gasol. Good, and Farmar gets the assist. 6 points for Pau Gasol.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass. It had been half a decade since the Lakers hadn't won the Pacific Division, and their back-to-back titles included in that stretch, but It was quite the fall from grace they took, as the Kings of the Pacific would end up 8-8 and third in the division a season ago.
Johnson kicks to Hill. The pass to Farmar. Inside to Gasol. There's the dish to Johnson. Here's Farmar, defended by Marshall. And again, it's Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter. Touching back on the Lakers in the Pacific Division, you look at the problems they had with how they played, Steve, and the way the rest of the division stacked up. You could see the problems lining up for them.
Well, the division got better, Kevin. I mean, that's the big thing. Both the Clippers and the Warriors turned out to be excellent teams. And, Phoenix and Sacramento, not so much. But in the end, I mean, the Lakers really had to deal with a couple of teams that were just flat out better than them.
Now Marshall, after the missed 3 from Blake. Marshall passes to Morris. That gives them the lead.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You don't expect a team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, then they'll run away with this one. It was mostly just spot minutes for Kendall Marshall in his rookie campaign, but around the halfway mark of last season, he was able to work his way into the rotation a bit more, and I think he got a taste of what it's like to run an NBA team, and I think he's got the potential to be a very solid point guard going forward.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And Kendall Marshall drafted 13th out of North Carolina last season. The knocks on him were shooting and athleticism, but he knows how to run a team, that's for sure.
He does, Kevin. He's an outstanding passer, floor general. He's been compared to maybe a guy like Mark Jackson, but he'll need to shoot the ball a little bit better to solidify his place in the league.
Beasley dishes the land. Marshall, pass to Morris, wide open, and it's Gasol with the rebound.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Johnson attacking. Kicks it to Farmar. Dishes to Blake. On the wing, Johnson passes it to Gasol. He's against Morris. Shoots from the block. Rejected by Morris. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And the Lakers making a change here. Kamen's checked in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the basket by Hill.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Now, here's Marshall. From the baseline. Beasley off the left rim and out. Farmar kicks to Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, that's the best possible play there. I mean, that was an easy 2, so instead foul him, make him shoot free throws.
That's right. A smart, strong foul there. No and ones and no dunks.
And that one falls for Johnson. The Suns making a switch here. And both free throws good for Johnson. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. The open shot, Green nails the 16-footer. Here's Blake. The shot is off. And we're through 2 here and a good one.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And now it's time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Pau Gasol with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
Here's Kaman, count it, and the foul. That's on Marcin Gortat.
How about that play? Great body control, still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down. Everybody knows how brutal the Western Conference can be, and part of the reason the Lakers were able to make it to the playoffs is because they were above 500 in the West, which is pretty impressive.
Gasol with it, now guarded by Gortat. Nash the pass to Gasol. Rebound by the Suns. Gortat's got his third rebound tonight. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Butler. Shot is off. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Well, going back to the Lakers in the West, they would end with a 28-24 records team against the rest of the conference. That record falling right in line where they finished in relation to the rest of the West.
Well, and that record was really the big reason that they were able to catch up to Utah and end up passing them for the last playoff spot. And, Laker fans might not be happy with how quickly they exited the postseason, getting swept by the Spurs, but, they did make a good push at the end of the season just to get in.
Now, here is Young, following the shot by Caron Butler. Bledsoe against Young. Back to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Kaman inside, and the layup falls. And it's an 8-point Laker lead.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
.129 left in the third.
Kaman gave up his old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength and doesn't really get pushed around. Also excellent timing when it comes to shot blocking.
Now here's Kaman after the miss from Dragic. Here's Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. And 12 points for Pau Gasol.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Dragic defended by Nash. Dragic gets the bucket. And Chris Kaman skilled offensively. Ambidextrous, finishing inside, and a good mid-range shooter.
Yeah, I think he's really good offensively. He's got a lot of skill. He's tough to handle. The question mark with him is defensively. His weak side rotations can be late. He's never really been, a center that you kind of solidify your defense around.
Here's Dragic after Pau Gasol's bucket. Gets it to go. Dragic has got 5 points now this quarter.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Backing down is Bryant. Nash outside. Inside to Gasol. Tries to keep it alive. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Los Angeles. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Shot clock at 3. Kaman. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Suns trail by 7. Here's Dragic. 5 points in the game. Here's Butler. Another one falls for Phoenix. Now Gasol. Young dishes to Hill. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Lakers. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Lenz checked in for Phoenix. And Morris drops them both. So it's the Lakers now. They've led by as much as 10. Nash kicks to Kaman. Leads him in there. And Hill backs him in. Nick Young on the wing. Nash outside. Takes a 3. Gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 8.
Well, when they need a big 3, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
You know, he's got something more than that, Steve. I don't know of a player who can make defenders look as silly and foolish as he does with his passes. Going behind his back, dropping no-look dimes, threading it through guys' legs. I mean, all of that stuff is in his book bag of tricks.
Kobe passes to Nash. He's guarded by Dragic. And there's the feed to Hill. He passes to Young. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Phoenix making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Len. And it's Beasley in for Marcus Morris. .149 left in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Bledsoe. Knocks it loose. The 10-footer. Gortat misses. Lakers leading by 6. Kobe defended by Bledsoe. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Back to Dragic. The 3. That drops.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
Steve, I know you love great teamwork.
Yeah, so much fun to watch when the ball is moving. There's kind of a rhythm to the game that just happens. The ball moves almost on its own, Kevin. It's fun to watch.
Shot clock at 6. Gasol defended by Morris. Young for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Bledsoe with it. And Kaman picks him up defensively. And the foul on Chris Kaman. That's his first foul. Steve Nash checked in for Steve Blake. And so here's Phoenix, trailing by 5. Out of bounds, Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. .44 seconds left in the game. 6 to shoot. Dragic dishes to Gortat. Poke loose. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
Yeah, they've got to focus, make sure this is a good, solid possession. They can take control of this game. And the hot shooting continues, guys.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. They've mothballed the defense, though. It's all about offense today.
And so they foul intentionally. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And thanks to those free throws right there, it becomes a 2-possession game.
Dragic kicks to Gortat. Gasol with the steal. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
You can't be happy about it, but honestly, at this point, the game's probably out of reach anyway.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, so now it's a 7-point game.
He adds to their lead with a couple of solid free throws.
.16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Green. They get it back. Beasley. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He hits the first one, and that turns the lead to 6. Phoenix making some changes. Beasley hits them both. Kaman with the ball. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. But they get it back. Fires for three. No good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol.